is that there are new movies out today. And that is when I get our movie critic Van Connor on the show just to discuss a couple of the new movies that he's already seen that we can see from today. So Van Connor is back. Hello and good morning, Van Connor. How are you?
I'm great, Mr. Ball. How are you doing this morning? Are you ready for a fun-filled weekend with a new Exorcist movie? Because that's what I've got for you.
Yes. See, I'm really interested to know about the Exorcist movie because obviously it's been, what was it, 73 when the last Exorcist movie came out, the first one?
The first one wasn't the last. Believe me, it wasn't
first.
the last. Yeah, it was just the first. It was merely the first. They have flogged the Exorcist brand every which way from Sunday in the last 50 years, and we're doing it again. This time we're taking the sort of the route through kind of what they did with the Halloween franchise a few years ago, where they decided, you know what, here we're going to get a requel, a proper continuation from the very first one, and we're going to ignore everything that came in between. And in fact, it's the same guys who made the Halloween requels who have now got the Exorcist brand. And the idea now is it's a different possession case that requires the Ellen Burstyn character, Chris McNeil, from the first movie, the mum from the first movie, to return as now, you know, the character who's seen it all and knows how to deal with it. But the parents this time around include like Raphael Sparge and Leslie Odom Jr. from Hamilton as well, and they're the parents. There's two young girls who are friends at school who disappeared for a few days, turn up and start exhibiting strange behaviour that could only be possession. So of course you call in those who know it best. I've got a clip for you. So this is in cinemas from today. The Exorcist Believer. I've got a clip for you, and this is Ellen Burstyn's Chris McNeil meeting it via a hospital door, obviously, the possessed girl for the first time.
She knows who I am. Where's the other girl?
Taking care of her at home.
That's not a good idea.
She's waiting for you.
Well, are you going to understand this movie if you haven't seen any of the others?
Oh yeah, totally. Because to be honest with you, it's just otherwise this insane. It's a requel that really wants to repeat every single beat of the original, the original source text. In this case, being the original movie, not the original actual literal text. But at the same time, delivering it in such a hollow, product-like way. I mean, this verges on like a Star Wars movie in terms of how often it wants to just pick a random, completely nonsensical thing from the original and then recycle it as if that was a grand moment the first time and not like an offhand just quirk of reality or something like that. Every line is a callback now. But at the same time, it's so blandly generic that you don't require knowledge of those in-jokes at all to wade through what's otherwise just a really uninteresting possession of the week, mid-2000s direct-to-DVD kind of horror romp here, really.
So not scoring highly then on your list for this week's new releases.
No, I was quite disappointed by this, yes.
Oh, so am I now.
I'm up for a good scare, you know me.
Yeah. No, I'm a bit disappointed. I was expecting something a bit bigger and flashier than that. But you can make your own mind up because that's in cinemas from today if you want to go and see it. Okay, what are we looking at next then? We'll move away from the Exorcist music there and come to something a bit more upbeat. So The Burial. Talk to me about this. What's this all about?
So The Burial. This is a true story. This is an old school, like, kind of for the adults legal drama, like a feel-good legal drama that's set, funnily enough, in 1995 and feels like the kind of movie we used to get in 1995. It stars Jamie Foxx, and it's based on a true story. It stars Jamie Foxx as this sleazy kind of ambulance-chasing personal injury lawyer type named Willie Gary, I think his name is. And he's like never lost a trial case in his life. He's the ultimate like scheming negotiator type. and he gets hired by a funeral home director, a family-run funeral home director, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who has been fleeced by this big mega corporation, a funeral home, a conglomeration that wants to basically just bleed them dry and then buy them for pennies. And this has all been completely legal. And via the case, the two sort of start to bond, and Jamie Foxx as Willie Gary starts to look into, once they get past this little one minor thing that this massive conglomeration has done to these people, what might that lead them to finding further down the way? And the results are absolutely chilling. I've got a clip for you. This is Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones broing out on a flight.
You're a fighter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a fighter. You are too, Jerry. You're a fighter, man. You know why I say you're a fighter? Going up against this big loan group, man. Small business owner, man. That's something, Doc. That's why we connect. What made you want to do it?
Because he tried to mess with the one thing that means the most to me in life. Being able to leave something behind for my children, my grandchildren, when I go. They have a legacy, Willie. And I do mean to pass it on to them.
See, you know I'm a bit of a sucker for a true life story, so I mean I'm already interested in this. My ears have already pricked up. Was it done well?
Yes, it's done really well. Do you know how much of a 90s throwback this movie is? Pamela Reed is in this movie. Pamela Reed. Alan Ruck is in this movie. Connor Roy is it Connor Roy in Succession? Is in this movie. It's so wonderfully 1995 that I just felt nostalgic all the way through. Like, oh, we used to be a society. Oh, man.
The best decade. I certainly agree with that.
We just don't get courtroom like legal feel-good things. We just don't get them like these anymore. I miss when. I mean, it's telling that this is like a Prime Video thing and this is not in cinemas, but it's just nice to see one done well again. You know, like a proper mid-90s Grisham trend era kind of throwback, and just done with a sense of fun. It's Tommy Lee Jones and Jamie Foxx broing out. Yeah. What's not to love?
Love both of them. Well, I mean, that's a great one. It turned out for the books today that the best one that you're reviewing, we don't even have to leave our sofa to go and watch this weekend.
In it the way. So at least, I mean, I don't know. I've not seen the weather reports. I don't know if there's a reason you have to go out or be stuck home, but at least there's options there if you'd like to. I mean, I would suggest avoiding The Exorcist, though. Definitely not one I would suggest. Right, I would suggest saying.
Well, there you go. The Burial, if you do want to watch that one with Tommy Lee Jones in, you can, and it's on Prime Video from today. Thank you, Van Connor. Any heads up for next week? What are we going to be talking about on Friday? What's out?
For this next Friday, I'm afraid at this present time, it's a bit up in the air. I can't quite tell you just yet. But, we always endeavour to find something.
You'll find something to talk about, I'm sure. Absolutely. All right. Well, thanks for coming on and sharing that with us. Have a lovely weekend, and we will catch up on Friday next week.
Till the next time, good sir.
Thank you, Van.